What the hell? What's going on? Fuel? Fire, damn it, fire! What happened?
How's it going, everybody? It's Pete J for Pete_J on YouTube, Pete J Play on Twitch, coming to you from Plane Accident. We're going to do a little bit more investigation. We're going to do, as it says, we're going to continue the adventure, and it looks like the next case will be the Goldberg case. So we're going to go ahead and get into the Goldberg case. A plane has crashed on the reservation near Carltown. A Beechcraft Sundowner C-23 light aircraft has crashed. The weather conditions were ideal. The pilot, Alfred Goldberg, did not survive. The body has been secured by the appropriate services. Discover the cause of the crash. All right. So Alfred Goldberg did not survive the crash. We need to go and secure the scene and make our investigation. There we go. All right. I think we're a little. There we go. Yeah, I think we're a little off. Audio and video seem to be off. So there's the truck. We need to solve the case. So the first thing we always have to do is we have to grab our backpack out of the back of the truck. There it is. Now we have to find the wreckage. You're ready to work. Find the wreckage of the plane. Okay. Find the wreckage of the plane. That could be. All right. Wait a minute. Here we got a clue here. We got a scrape mark. Let's follow this. See what happens. Or is this just a trail? This might just be a trail, right? Yeah, that's just a trail. We got broken, snapped wood. Find the wreckage. Okay. I wonder if I should call the can I hit the drones maybe? Scan for map. That's what you do. You scan for the map. We're going to find the wreckage. And I still don't see the wreckage. Does anybody else? Those are houses. Maybe I got to go back to the car. There it is. Okay. All right, so we need to get our markers out, secure the area. All right. Uh-oh. Fire. Fire started. Let's grab number 2. Okay. Fire is extinguished. We'll go back to marking. Get that. We're going to seal off this area here. There we go. Mark all elements of the wreckage. Whoop. 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 That's an element right there. There's a lot of elements. Those are rocks, actually. Alright, so we got that. This one's an element here. Washing machine? That's not it. 3 of 10, so there's got to be more. Alright, we're going to grab our drones again, get those going. We want to go for scan for parts. Start with zone 4. Since I believe that's the closest zone to us, yes, there's... Okay, so to our right a bit, there's a bunch over this way, it looks like. It's the plane itself, I think, right? There we go. So we got to go with our 1. We're going to mark that that's a seat. There's another seat here. There's a door. We're at 6 of 10. There's 2 more in this area that we need to find. There's the propeller right here. 7. Now there's 1 more, I think, in this area. Somewhere around here. There's 2 more. Ah. Oh. There's 1. Looking for little things, teeny things. I think there's 1 more over here, right? Yeah, there's 1 more over here somewhere. Where are we at? 8 of 10, so we need 2 more. Oh, maybe it's, oh, there it is. What is it? Let's get around on the other side. That is some kind of luggage handle. Okay, so 9 of 10. All right, we got a couple of things out in the, I think one of them's going to be the, we got that already, so that's not it. Yeah, I think it's the washing machine, which is not a part, actually. Oh, actually, it's still showing that there's a piece around here somewhere. It's making that noise. That makes me think there's something here in the area somewhere. I think that's a red herring. You can't distinguish between... Alright, so there's a couple more things out that way. Prepare the photographic documentation. Let's grab our camera. That's the number 3. Okay, there we are. Now we're locked in. of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the rest of them are over by the plane. Okay. All right. So far, just gathering evidence, securing the crash site. That's a wing that came off. There we go. We're gonna get a picture here. Yeah, I think that's it. Just the plane itself. Not that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right there. Okay. Got that. The all important propeller. Want to document where that's at. All right, one more shot, and then I think we'll have the photographic evidence. All right, that's not it. That's not it. What am I taking a picture of? Oh, there, yeah. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? Order the wreckage to be transported. First, I want to take a look. What is this? What do we got here? Is that a flask? I think it's a flask. Okay, so it's a flask. Now we got to call the technicians. They will secure the rest of the crash site, and they'll bring it all back to... here they come. The technicians are on their way. Mr. Wolf. All right, so we're heading back to the hangar. We'll start our investigation. Try to figure out what happened to the Goldberg case. We got a downed plane. A little bit of hooch. Looks like some hooch. Maybe they were all jacked up on goofballs. All that good stuff. All right, so here we are. Ooh, still going. Still going. Yep, still leaving. That's a full, look at that. Full boat there. Lots of evidence. So we're going to go read the case documents into the office here. Both the seats came out. It's a flask, right? That's a flask. The whiskey bottles. Ooh, the whiskey bottles. Oh, no. All right, so here we go. We're going to read the case file. All right, the case file. Place of incident, Carltown Area 7, outskirts of the Blue Creek Forest Reservation. Type of aircraft is a Beechcraft Sunflyer 3302. The flight data recorder, no. Flight route, New York to Mount Mary. Number of passengers, 1. Victim, 1. Pilot, Benjamin Goldberg. Description of event. An industrialist, Benjamin Goldberg, boarded his light aircraft in a hurry and took off in the direction of Mount Mary. The weather conditions were ideal. The pilot did not report any malfunctions. The machine suddenly lost altitude and crashed on the territory of the Blue Creek Forest Reservation. All right, let's check the flight log, and we'll see what that has to say. All right, so September 14th, New York to Mount Mary, flight weather okay. Mount Mary to New York, flight weather cloudy, no rainfall, flight duration 75 minutes, flight without disruption. New York to Mount Mary, flight weather sunny, flight duration 80 minutes, no disruptions. New York to Boston to New York, so round trip flight, weather continuous, rainfall and windy, flight duration 135 minutes to 155 minutes. The aircraft worked without a problem. Okay. August 18th, New York flight, weather partially clouded, flight duration 145 minutes. Oh, Savannah to New York. Note, the engine slightly stuttered. Let the mechanic Paul inspect the matter. Paul's number 69505-1673-945-905. His number is now in our phone book, and we will give him a call. New York to Sullivan Hills flight, weather scattered showers, flight duration 135 minutes, aircraft operational. And then August 8th, Mount Mary, New York flight. Weather okay. Flight duration 70 minutes. All systems operational. Okay, so we did have a slight sputter on the 18th of August. Check the testimonies of the witnesses. All right. We got 3 witnesses to the crash. The sheriff. Well, a tragedy's happened. Not much is left of the man. I've managed to find out that the people who saw the accident were Helen and Old Bill. Go and ask them. Maybe they'll tell you something more. Okay, Helen's and Old Bill's numbers have been added. Dr. Quinsby. The cause of the pilot's death were the numerous internal injuries caused by the aircraft crashing into the ground. I've excluded the participation of third parties. It's good that such tragedies seldom occur in our area. Thank you, Dr. Quinsby. Assistant. My God, what a tragedy. He had found out that Margaret, that is his wife, had gone to their house in the mountains, not alone, but with a lover. He wanted to catch them red-handed. I brought him to the airport. He got into the aircraft, and the mechanic Paul was responsible for the aircraft. Maybe he will know something more about it. Another person worth asking is Miss Goldberg. I don't believe this is an ordinary accident. Mrs. Goldberg's number has been added. Okay. So we've seen the witness statements. Check the technical documentation. Oh, we can go ahead and put some evidence on the board here. That is his assistant. And he's the only one we got. Okay, so technical log. Oh boy, 11 January 2021, comprehensive technical review of the aircraft in Aerotech. Replaced components, all fluids in the aircraft, air and fuel filters. No other malfunctions found. Confirm the technical condition. Make the scan of the reconstructed wreckage. Okay. Aerotech services, replaced components, set of tires, no other malfunction. Servicing in Aerotech, replaced components, fuel line set, body control system, hydraulic system in the right side of the body. Servicing in Aerotech, replaced components, all fluids, cockpit heating system repair. In July? Why would you... Okay. Well, again, it's airplanes, so they get colder. Propeller replacement, reason, excess mileage, replacement of steering lines in the left wing. Replacement of tires, replacement of window in the right door. The rest of the components functional, and then servicing in Flycraft. So it looks like he switched. No, okay. He went from Aerotech to Flytech. Flytech takes over, replace of ailerons in right wing, fixing the altimeter. Conservation of the yoke, replacement of all position and signal lights. After the replacements, the aircraft underwent a review, and at present requires no further conservation. Okay. Check the photographic case file. Okay, documentation. We have photo 1. The photo doesn't add anything to the case. Okay, photo 2. The photo doesn't add anything to the case. Photo 3. The photo doesn't add anything to the case. Photo 4. Alcohol. Check whether Goldberg could have been drunk. We will check that. The photo doesn't seem to add anything to the case. The aileron is far from the wreckage. Okay, okay. So we got the aileron and we got the booze. We're going to go ahead and add that to the board real quick. We got booze. We're going to put that over there. I'm a little off center here. Let's try to center up. We don't have that. Okay, so call the mechanic Paul. Mechanic Paul. I've been working with aircrafts for almost 20 years, 7 or 8 of which have been with the Goldbergs. When I do things, it's always top notch. I never allow myself any screw-ups. You can check it by my scan, by making a scan. All right, so we will make a scan, Mechanic Paul, and we will see where it's at. All right, let's go do this scan real quick. And then we're going to call the witnesses. But I don't like calling the witnesses if I don't have the information in front of me here. Oh, it won't let me call. So I gotta call the witnesses first. Okay. That's what I meant to do. I meant to do that. I needed to walk around a bit. Okay, so here we are. We got Mechanic Paul. We're going to put him up on the board. Call the witnesses. I was driving with my kids and I saw a falling plane. It was falling in a slanted way as if it had trouble staying in the air. Steering, send the aileron for a further inspection. You got it. Thank you, Helen. And then Old Bill, I believe. Oh man, I was coming out to throw some grain to them chickens, and here I see this big old plane going right down, black smoke coming out of its tail. Must have been some engine malfunction. I mean, I know, back in Vietnam I served in the Air Force. Send the engine for an examination. How do I do that? Okay. Place all clues on board. You got it. Okay, so those were the witnesses, Old Bill and Helen. Helen's up here. She's going to go over this way. And then we got Old Bill. Here's the aileron. Okay, so we got Old Bill. Old Bill was talking about black smoke and a possible assemble the aircraft. All right, so we're going to go assemble this aircraft now. We're going to need our screwdriver and a battery. Oh, it's got a battery. Oh, well, now it's got a new battery. All right, so let's, I guess we could take them in numerical order, right? Number 1 is the hatch. So we're going to go put this hatch back on. The plane does not have a black box, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, number 2 is a handle, a yoke. That's the yoke, Pete. And the yoke goes up here. Okay, number 3 is going to be, that's the flap. I thought they said it was the aileron. There's the flap goes right there, but I can't put that on because we don't have the wing, right? All right, so put that back there. I think we gotta get this wing on first. And that's bent up out of position. And now we can get the flap on, and then the aileron after the, oof, watch it. Sorry about that, folks. There's the flap. We get that aileron on. That's number 4. The aileron. Number 5 is the propeller. Goes here on the front. 6 is a door, the left door. All right. 7 is the left seat. I probably should have put that on before I put the left seat, the left door on. Take that off. Let's put this back over here on 6. Thought that was on 4. No, it was on 6. Okay, so there's that. No battery. Let's go change it out. Okay. Now we'll put the door on. That's 8. Make a scan of the aircraft skin. Okay, we're going to put our screwdriver away. We don't need to keep walking around with that. That can go back there. Now we'll do our scan. So the scan comes after you reassemble the plane. I got to remember that for future. All right, so we're going to scan the aircraft skin. So we're going to scan the surface, and we will await the results of that scan. There we go. Nice thorough scan right there. Very good. And that will come as an email. The scan showed no damages. Discuss the results with mechanic Paul. All right, I will do that in a moment, but I think the first thing we want to do is we want to take the aileron. Oh, I need my screwdriver. Can't just pull things off. Screwdriver. I wonder if I have to aileron. I wonder if I have to box them up separately. I would think so, like in the real world. Okay. What am I doing? Because I'm afraid if I give that to the courier, he's going to take off without the engine, and I need him to take the engine too. How do I get the engine out? Do I have to take the propeller out? All right, propeller goes back on 5. That can go over here. That's the cowl, right? So we're getting closer to the engine. There's the engine. There's the engine. Okay. Oof. It's kind of fitting in there, right? Okay, so we're going to go give this to the courier guy who's always here. Oh, do I need to, I need another box. Okay. So yes, they will wait when you have more than one item. I was afraid they would just take off when you gave them the one. Okay. So you got the aileron. Now you've got the engine. Go check those out and let me know what you find. Okay. Check the contents of the hip flask. Oh, we got to send that for examination too. Oh wow, we're taking everything to the examination. Okay, so we got our 3 things. We got the aileron, we got the engine, and we've got the contents of the flask all taken off. You guys are going. We're going to put this screwdriver back here. And we're going to head back. We're going to call the mechanic. Call the witnesses. 4 witnesses now. Okay. Who are we? Do we call? I told you the plane was functional. The plane's last review was at Aerotech. Mrs. Goldberg brought the plane back herself. Is the wife a pilot? Of course. It was her who usually flew the plane to the mountains. The wife is a pilot too. Aerotech's telephone number has been added. All right, man. Aerotech? Aerotech, can I help you? Did we take care of Goldberg's plane? Yes. As far as I can remember, Mrs. Goldberg brought it here personally about a year ago. It all looked good in the papers. Maybe Jim, who conducted the inspection, will be able to tell you something more. Unfortunately, he's not at work today, but please try reaching him on his cell phone. Okay, so we got Mechanic Jim's cell phone number. I gotta go grab some stuff here. I don't want these guys taking off with my stuff. Okay, so I got one of the pieces back. Which piece? The flask. An email has arrived. Check your inbox. Okay. There's that. Really? All right, hold on. Mechanic Jim. Leave a message. Mechanic Jim is out fishing. Who else do we got? We got to call Mrs. Goldberg. We haven't called Mrs. Goldberg. Oh, well, a violent life and a violent death. He was always a ticking bomb. I never knew when he would explode and start another fight. I had wanted to break up for a long time, but my husband didn't want to give me a divorce. How did we meet? Ironically, many years ago, we met in an aero club. Confirm the report of the assistant. Okay. Things have been sour between the Goldbergs for a long time. She wanted a divorce, and he would say it would only be over his dead body. It was about their common property, $1 million. For some time, Mrs. Goldberg would take the plane and look for some peace and quiet in the mountains. It's very suspicious that this time she did not take the plane at all. Check why the wife did not fly the plane. Going back to Mrs. Goldberg. Leave a message. Oh, she's not answering now. God. All right, we got an email, but we also got the courier. Let's go to see what the courier's brought back here. All right, so that's 2 of the 3. He's off to go get the 3rd part. That's the engine. Received the box and the email with the examination results. Received the box and email with the examination results. Okay. Email. Inbox. From the chemical lab. Having conducted the analysis, we confirm that there's a 15-year-old Scotch whiskey inside. Cheers, the chem lab. Call Dr. Quinsby for an additional opinion. Having conducted a series of tests, we find no technical malfunctions during the crash. The engine was operational. Okay, very good. We're going to call Dr. Quimby, though. Quimsby. Dr. Quinsby. Why was there whiskey in the hip flask? I recommend a blood test to check whether Goldberg was piloting under the influence of alcohol. Order a blood test. I did, didn't I? Is that what I just did? I think. How do I order a blood test? Leave a message. She's not answering. Mechanic Jim. Okay, so something was going on between Goldberg and Mechanic Jim. That's where I'm putting my money. How do I order Goldberg's? Okay, let's do it. All right, let's do it in order, I guess. Receive the box and the email with the examination results. So sometimes that's the case. If you got to kind of do it in order, and if you don't do it in order, then it kind of won't trigger. So let's do this here. We're going to grab this. Thank you, sir. I don't know where you're going. I don't have any other parts out, so. There's the aileron. We're going to put this back on the pallet here. Aileron, and we actually have photos. Let's get these up on the wall here. There's the wife is a pilot too. Aerotech. Mrs. Goldberg. Murder? Yes. We've got whiskey, Scotch whiskey. What else we got? We got a full boat here. The engine was working properly, so that's not our issue. Okay. What can we say? Check the engine. Can I can X those, right? The engine is functional. That has nothing to do with it. So now we got to find out if he was drunk. And in order to do that, we have to get the email. Aerodynamics department. From the aerodynamics department, we've checked the aileron, and the preliminary analysis showed that the aileron could have fallen off before hitting the ground. We suspect it to be the fault of the applied mounting screws. We recommend a further examination of the screws. With kind regards, the aerodynamics department. Send the bolts for an additional analysis. Okay, I will do such. Can I now, how do I get the bolts? That's my question. Seat, hatch, tail. Can't get the tail. Yoke. To install and remove this part, you must first install and remove the left door. Okay. All right, well, we're done with that. Oh, there we go. I need bolts. Is what I need. I need to order a. Hit. All right. Order. How do I order the blood test? Order Goldberg's blood test. Was there was going to recommend a blood test to check whether Goldberg was piloting under the influence? Okay. Is there something else I need to do? Or have I ordered it? No. Do I need to do that here? Maybe I need to send To the morgue diagnostic. There we go. Okay, yeah. So I did have to send an email. Please carry out a blood test to the late Mr. Goldberg for the presence of alcohol. Please send the results to us via email. Thank you, with kind regards. Okay. Unscrew the screws. This is going to be fun. I don't know. Let's get our screw gun here. Power drill. On the aileron? Nope. That ain't it. What screws? What screws? I'm not real sure where the screws are. Do I just start taking things apart? I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start taking things apart, and hopefully I come across the screws. No battery. Oh, battery. I got to get a battery. What screws? I'm not entirely sure what screws I'm supposed to be taking off here. Oh, for one. What? It would be helpful if I kind of had a... They gave me a hint as to where this screw would be. Unscrew the screws. What screws? So I'm just taking off everything off that I put on because I can't figure out which screws I'm supposed to... What screws? Unscrew the screws. Or am I doing it the wrong way? Maybe I should have the wing on. I had the aileron already off because we were doing some other... I had to send it in. I didn't reinstall it. Maybe I needed to reinstall the aileron, and then it would recognize that I was unscrewing the screws. Okay, can't do that until we get the flap on. So that goes there. Maybe that's the issue, folks. There's that, and then we're going to go ahead and grab that. No, it won't let me put it back on. So how do I take the screws off? Unscrew. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Did you see that, folks? Sometimes you just got to look around. So you do actually do stuff on the workbench. So send the screws for an examination. Do I have the screws? Because we went through this last time with the pills. I unscrewed them, but that does not automatically mean that I have them. They may be on a pallet somewhere. Invisible to me. All right, let's see. Do I have them? No. See, I don't have them. So where would you be? Where are the screws that I need to send for... Right. Send the screws for examination. What screws? Where are they? There's the noise, but it doesn't let me pick it up. Is it because I don't have my tool? Maybe that's it. Nope, still not letting me interact with it. What? This could be a little bit clearer, I think. I can't. I'm really just guessing. I'm just guessing where these things might be because I don't have any idea. I would think that if I just took it off, I should have them in my inventory, right? But that does not seem to be the case, and that's not doing anything. Oh, can't go in there with my screw gun. Okay, so not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I can't do that either, so I'm not sure what it, where are the screws? Nope, not there. Nothing there, nothing there. Okay. Nothing there. I'm not real sure. What am I supposed to do about these screws? Not there. Okay. Back to the table here. Disassembly stand. That's what that's called. Do I disassemble this? Is that what I'm trying to do? What is there something else I'm supposed to use? Because it makes the noise, but as you can see, I'm pressing the button and nothing is happening. So I'm not sure what's... Put that back maybe, and then nothing's happening. Pressing the button, nothing is happening. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. These bolts, those are bolts, but those are not the bolts I need. Send the screws for an examination. So it would make me think I had the screws with me, right? But I come here and I click and nothing happens. Which is what we had happen before with the pills. Open up. Alright, so now I'm stymied because I don't know what to do. Where are these screws? Sorry, I banged the mic. I didn't mean to do that. This was the disassembly stand. Now, according to this, I got the screws off. I no longer need to unscrew the screws. I need to send the screws. But where? Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. So that appeared. All right, folks, we got it. Do I need to also package this up, or can I just send it in this? No, we need to. Hey, get the D out of my face, will you? All right, so we found it. So yeah, we're kind of struggling here. They might have. I love the game, I really do, but they might have wanted to help you a little bit. All right, place all the clues on the board. Here we go. We got clues. We got a board. We got clues on the board. There we go. Okay, there's the aileron with a mounting malfunction. We have screws. Call the witnesses. Receive the email with the examination results, blood. Receive the box in the email and the examination results of the bolts. Let's call witnesses. We got 2 witnesses to call. I believe the ones you're supposed to call are the ones that are highlighted in blue. Mrs. Goldberg, leave a message. So we can't get through to her. Mechanic Jim. Hello? Yeah? I was the one that made the last inspection. Well, I mean, in general, it was all good. The aileron didn't touch it. If it was replaced, it must have been done earlier and not in our place. Mrs. Goldberg, the blonde one, pretty hot for her age, by the way. Did I talk to her? Nah, I'm kind of a shy with women. Check the technical documentary. Check the technical documentary when the aileron was serviced. Okay, so I'm changing my mind. Not that it's not Mechanic Jim. It's going to be Mechanic Paul. So let's go back to the technical log. Let's check the aileron. Okay, altimeter. Flycraft did the altimeter, the yoke, position and signal lights. Wait, replacement of ailerons in both wings. That was Flycraft, not Aerotech. All right, I can't remember which mechanic worked for which. Who works for what? The mechanic for Flytech is the one who did it, and I think that's because they did the aileron replacement. Placement of positions. No, they didn't say. Why did I read aileron? No, there it is. Right, replacement of ailerons in both wings. That's what I thought. All right, so that was October 29th. Oh, we're here. 21st, tires, no other malfunctions, Aerotech, fuel line, body control, hydraulic system in the right side of the body, all fluids, cockpit heating system, steering lines in the left wing. Yeah, so Flycraft was the last one to mention ailerons. So, call the witnesses. One of two. All right, I'd wanted to leave him for a long time, but he wouldn't grant me a divorce. It would have been too shameful for him. Why didn't I take the plane to the mountains that day? I took the car and visited my lawyer on the way in order to file the divorce anyway. You can check it. Do you suggest that it was me who caused the accident? That's ludicrous. An email has arrived in your email box. Okay, wait. I have to pick this up. Thanks, my man. Don't go too far. Received the email. Okay, an email has arrived in your... All right, so I think we got to put this back over here. There you go. All right. Email. Inbox. The blood test of the deceased man indicated an alcohol level of 0.0 per mile. The pilot was sober. With kind regards to the morgue. Aviation Mechanics Institute. The delivered screws have been made from poor quality steel and had no required attestations. Such screws should never be used in aircrafts where all the parts must endure exceptionally difficult operating conditions. Regards to mechanics. So it sounds like it wasn't an intentional murder, but more of a just inferior products is what it sounds like. He was not drunk. Okay. So what do we got? We know he was not drunk. So we can put an X there. Can I put an X on this too? I can't. Okay. Can I put an X there? I'm putting an X on everything. Old Bill. I'm putting an X on you too. I can't put an X on Old Bill? Oh, there you go. All right. So Helen saw, I think we're on the Helen track. Check the aileron, mounting malfunctions, screws, and then who changed the screws. So we got to go back to the technical log to check when the ailerons was last serviced, and we said it was October of 2019. Flycraft's telephone number has been added. We got the replacement of the ailerons in both wings. That was in October 24th, 2019. So let's talk to Flycraft. Where's Flycraft? Let's talk to the Goldberg's plane inspection. Please give me a moment. I'll check. The plane was brought by Mr. Goldberg personally. It was about 3 years ago. We made the inspection and replaced the aileron among the other things. Young Tom was taking care of it. I'll give you his phone number, and maybe he'll be able to tell you something more. Young Tom's telephone number has been added. All right, well, I can confirm that on this feral day, Mrs. Goldberg arrived at my office and we took care of her divorce papers. The proof, if there's a need, I can provide the monitoring footage from the office's reception hall. Alibi, Margaret Goldberg is not involved in the crash. It's not looking good for you, young Tom. Young Tom Goldberg's playing. I remember it well. This Goldberg guy kept on screaming that he wanted all to go faster. An exceptionally unpleasant character. If I wasn't at work, I'd punch him in his face. I'd punch his face in. The aileron, yes, I replaced it. The problem with the screws, I've got no idea. I ordered the screws at All Stuff Inc. Yeah, I can send the order. Okay. An email has arrived. Check your inbox. We're going after those guys. They are selling inferior parts, and we don't like it. Tom from Flycraft. Dear Tom from Flycraft, we have received your order for the universal screws. The expected delivery time is 4 days. Thank you for shopping at All Stuff Inc. With kind regards, Li Chang. Send the email with the test results of the bolt to All Stuff. Okay, so I got to go back here. Send the email outbox to All Stuff. Have you sold screws to Flycraft in the past? I have the test results attached that the bolts do not have the required approvals. I would be grateful for an explanation. Wait for the email from All Stuff. You got it, man. So she's got an alibi. An email has arrived. Check your inbox. Okay, so I think this is another red herring. The assistant murder. That's not murder. I'm not going to rule it out just yet. All right, into the inbox we go. We've got from All Stuff Inc. We have indeed sold such screws, but it was clearly stated in the advertisement that they had no attestation. Since they are a collector's item, I'm attaching the screen from our shop as proof. Oh, Tom, what am I going to do with you, Tom? Young Tom. Oh, I knew it would come back to bite us, these screws. Goldberg kept screaming he was in a hurry and that he had to have the plane ready right that moment. Unfortunately, there were no aileron screws anywhere, missing stocks. I was sick and tired of that guy and the fact that he kept screaming at me. I wanted him off my back, so I ordered replacements for the screws on the internet. They said they were no different from the originals. I was young and stupid. I definitely wouldn't do that now, believe me. Establish the cause of the accident on the board. Oh my. Okay, so we've got some more evidence to put up. There's the lawyer. Alibi confirmed. Okay. Young Tom. All Stuff. And Young Tom. All right, so I'm going to say it was Young Tom in the study with the bad bolts. Nope. All Stuff. Young Tom. We changed the screws. We got bad screws. Mounting malfunction. Checking the aileron. Murder poo. Nope. Assistant, nope. Mechanic Paul, nope. Wife was a pilot 2. Aerotech was not at fault. How'd we do? Explanation of the cause of the crash. Helen saw a plane flying in a slanted manner, which had lost controllability. The cause had been the aileron, which got detached from the wing. This was caused by a fracture in the bolts fastening the aileron. The bolts did not have the right attestation. They shouldn't have been used in an aircraft. Young Tom, the mechanic, had used uncertified bolts in order to fulfill Goldberg's unrealistic expectations as quickly as possible. This rush turned out to have fatal consequences. What happened to the characters later? Young Tom became old Tom. No. Young Tom has been accused of dereliction of duty and negligent homicide and might be facing up to 8 years in prison. The interesting thing is that Mrs. Goldberg has paid for Tom's attorney from her own resources. She claims that her husband was a raging nutcase who would force others to obey him, so it wasn't the boy's fault that he wanted to fulfill Goldberg's absurd demands as quickly as possible. Miss Goldberg inherited all the family fortune after her husband's death. She decided to permanently move to the mountains and settle down with a new partner. She hired her attorney to run the company. The assistant was immediately fired by Miss Goldberg due to baseless accusations. The boy did not receive positive letters of recommendation and has been having trouble finding work for a while now. That's what you get, man, running off at the mouth. The life of the remaining people hasn't changed significantly. Still, the crash will remain in their memory for a long time. So ends the Goldberg case. Mission accomplished. Due to your inquisitiveness, we managed to determine the true cause of the disaster. The investigation lasted 41 minutes, 27 seconds, and 72 milliseconds. Congratulations. Take on the next case. And we will do that next time. We will continue the adventure, the Deserto de la Muerta. So come back next time and be with us, and we will tackle another plane crash, and we will get to the bottom of just what happened. So thanks for joining me. Until I see you again, be safe, be well, be good, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.